Meanwhile, inflation rates remain high, and the Fed has paused interest rate hikes for now, while student loan repayments begin next month. And the fourth quarter starts too.
It's an especially busy moment for the United States economy, one filled with situations that affect all of us.
Our Ethan Kibbe is joining us now here in the studio after talking to a local economist. Ethan, what can the typical person in Erie expect over the next few months?
Mike and Eva, it's impossible to say for sure, of course. We can't predict the future, but economists say short-term pain seems increasingly likely, with costs going up and discretionary spending like Christmas spending going down. For months, Fed Chair Jerome Powell has pushed the idea of a soft landing, cooling inflation without triggering a recession. Dr. William McAndrew of Gannon is less optimistic.
I would not bet money that the soft landing is going to happen. I'm more pessimistic.
He expects the economy to tighten, leading to job cuts, smaller growth and investments, and some companies folding entirely.
I think that we are likely to see short-term pain. If we do, I think the Fed will see it as mission accomplished and maybe ease back a little bit. So it is not a good thing in that short term, especially for the people most affected by it. But it could mean that we're towards the end of the rate hike cycle.
Ending that cycle won't be easy. For years, financing was easy to come by, with rates in the low single digits. Now, smaller businesses that relied on that affordable capital and the jobs they supported might disappear.
You're probably going to see small and medium-sized companies struggle to stay afloat or maintain the financing that they have.
That's not all. Ongoing strikes do further economic damage, and when they end, products like cars will become more expensive. In a week, student loan debt repayment begins too, meaning consumers now have less available money and another major expense. The result? Less spending just ahead of the holidays.
It wouldn't surprise me if this is the year that we see a smaller Christmas with inflation the way it's been, with mortgage prices rising, which also eats into rental costs for people that are renting, student loans starting to be repaid in October. There's lots of reasons to think people's budgets are going to be smaller this year.
Mike and Eva, if we don't see smaller Christmas spending, and last year Christmas spending set records despite soaring inflation, McAndrew says perhaps the most reasonable explanation for that would be people financing their purchases with credit cards. Not necessarily a good idea. Remember, interest rates have gone up all year, and as interest rates go up, you better believe they do on your credit cards too. They now hover around 25, maybe 30%, depending on the card. Ethan Kibbe, Erie News Now.